Hello. I am trying to get everything set up to go live. I don't have my videos not coming up, John.
Okay, I'll check on that and see. Hopefully,
there we are.
There we are.
Okay.
There we are. Running a little late here.
No, there's a lag.
There's a lag time.
Okay, so if you post questions in the video, it may it may take me long because there's a little bit of a lag. Hey, Ronald, Teresa, how you feeling, dear? I'm going to wait to get started until a few more people come.
We're glad you could show up tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to turn these, I'm going to plug in my, oops, as I lean over here, I'm going to plug in my waffle iron. And you get to see a little piece of my messy kitchen. There we go. Here we are. And so,
get on the other side here so they can see me a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I'll dash in and out. I'm kind of doubling as co-host and cameraman producer tonight. Okay.
Well, and John, since I'm lagging so much, can you go on there and see if you can show and see if that's... I'm really lagging on my end. Okay. This is the waffle iron that we're going to use. It's by Dash. And I thought I was buying two. I went back because I liked the first one. I thought I'd have a pair. And so I bought this one. And here it was, I bought the wrong thing. I bought a little griddle. And it's fantastic. So I'm going to make a waffle bread and a little griddled waffle something. And I have one more thing. I haven't plugged this in because I've never used it. And this is a waffle bowl for like ice cream. Now I didn't use the recipe, the keto waffle bowl, ice cream bowl recipe, but I thought I'd try it for the first time tonight. Kill it, okay. And I'm going to experiment right in front of you. So I could be making a real mistake, but this is by Dash. And guys, we did something different. We got an affiliate link, so which doesn't cost you anything more. So people ask, what am I using, how to get it? I get that question a lot. So we're going to post the links in the description of the video. And then if you want one of the waffle makers, waffle bowl, anything that I've showed you, that I've posted, you can just click on it. It'll take you to Amazon. So I'm going to get started with the first thing. And I said I was just going to make a waffle bowl, or keto waffle bread, but I actually am going to make a few more things. I'm actually going to make a couple of things because this is going to have to sit and thicken up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, this is 5 eggs, and I'll post the links also for the recipes because these are not original. So that's 5 eggs. And this is just like a real cooking show, guys. And a block of cream cheese. And I'm throwing this in my little handy dandy kitchen ninja thing that I've had forever and a day. And that's a block of cream cheese. And like I said, the amounts are going to be in the link. And I need 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, which we were supposed to do that earlier, and I didn't do it. That's why my Lexter bowl is empty. Oh, there it is. I do have it. Okay. So, and then I'm just going to throw some almond flour. I just got the almond flour like at Sam's or at Walmart. And while the recipe probably doesn't say, yeah, it does say a dash of salt. I always add a pinch of salt to everything. And it's right here. And I use Redmond's real salt. A lot of people use pink salt. I don't think it really matters, but Redmond's real salt is actually from this country. It's actually mined in our country. It is from a dead sea in Nevada. Nevada at one time actually had water over it. Who knows how long ago? About the same time the dinosaurs probably roamed. And so all I'm going to do with this is then I'm going to blend it up. So that's how hard it is to make the waffle batter. Sorry the noise is loud. And my daughter always makes this. And when she lived at home, my daughter has moved out. She's just moved to kind of about a minute away, so at that long. But she's just, so I don't have her to make me my keto waffle bread when I want it. So I'm going to show you what this looks like here. And so I'm going to put this aside because it needs to sit just a little bit to kind of thicken. The almond flour, while it's not as absorbent as regular flour or coconut flour, will thicken up a little bit. So I'm going to move my blender out of the way. And I am going to now mix a few things. Let's make, there's a chocolate mug cake recipe. Carrie Brown, and I think her website is carriebrown.com, and I will post the link for that. Has a recipe for a chocolate mug cake you do in a microwave. And it's really, really good. But I saw somebody online do it in a waffle iron. And I thought, well, George, I'm going to try it. So John has made this mug cake a whole lot, but I have not. But we're going to try it. Now, John, do you want to go ahead and melt this butter for me while I'm starting to mix up my dry ingredients? So my dry ingredients are 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, she calls for 2.5 tablespoons of allulose, xylitol, or erythritol. Allulose is not as sweet as erythritol. I don't use a lot of xylitol, but I actually like my mug cake a little sweeter than she does, so I made it 3 tablespoons. Which kind of goes to show you that even though the recipe calls for something, doesn't mean you can't increase or decrease something. Like you can make a little less chocolatey or a little more chocolatey or a little sweeter. This is half a teaspoon of baking powder, and to it I also added a pinch of salt ahead of time. And we got a new microwave. We have a joke in the family that something kind of, the smoke went away, the magic smoke. Well, the other day, the microwave made a funny noise, and then it started to smell kind of funny. Then it didn't work anymore. So we unplugged it, and I had to order a new microwave. How's that? Is that melted enough? So we're still now learning how to use our new microwave. And also, I don't have any kitchen spray. So what I'm going to do, and you can see that this is quite hot, and I just wipe it with a paper towel that has some avocado oil on it. Avocado oil doesn't have a lot of taste to it. So the next thing I'm going to add is the melted butter, and that is about 3 tablespoons. And again, I'll give you guys the website that you can go to, because Carrie's got really good recipes. that is, she calls for half a teaspoon of vanilla. I like it vanilla, so I add a full teaspoon.
If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and type it in. We're keeping an eye on that, and so if you have any questions while Tammy's making this, be sure to chime in.
Hey, Angel. There's a whole bunch of people. I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah, we're really excited to see you. You know, cooking videos are kind of, we've done some of them before, but nothing quite live
like this
before. We pre-recorded some things, and as Tammy said, we hope to maybe move some things to YouTube, and so we'll get more information on that as I try to learn how to set that up for you guys.
And guys, tell me if you want us to do that. Okay, so here is a little chocolate batter. I mean, doesn't that look fantastic? So this only takes a quarter of a cup. These waffle irons only take a quarter of a cup. So I have this little ladle. I don't know how much is in this ladle, but we're going to try it.
Yeah, Angel, these are chocolate waffles.
So it's a chocolate mug cake, Angel. It's going to take a little bit more than that.
And we're just adapting it as a waffle.
And I saw somebody do this on thing, and then I'm just going to close it. And I'm going to try it in the griddle. Now, if you just tuning in, I accidentally bought a griddle when I went to buy a second waffle iron. And I'll put the link for these both, or John will, in the description. So now I'm making two little, I don't know how much to put in because I didn't use a measuring cup. So we'll try that. So while those are cooking, let me move this aside. I am going to start getting this, again, for those of you that are tuned in late, I've never tried this. It's a waffle bowl for ice cream maker. There's nothing like learning live on the air. So I'm going to plug this in and let it get this hot. And then I'm going to make actually some edible cookie dough. It's called edible cookie dough. And it's a fat bomb. And it's delicious. Now, none of these things are good replacement for food. These are treats. I have a little mixer that drops in, and I need my next tray. And I make a keto cookie dough. Oh, let me peek. Almost. Ooh, and it's puffing up really good. So this cookie dough, and again, I'll put the link, is we're going to start with 8 ounces of cream cheese. It's like a fat bomb. And it's really good for when you got a sweet tooth. I like to portion them out with a small cookie scoop in little miniature cupcake papers. Like I use a little scoop like this, just a small scoop. And I put them in cupcake papers, or I put them in, line them on a tray and get them really hard in the refrigerator. And here's my stick of butter. And that's going to go in my mixer. See, this is really easy recipe. It's a half a cup of almond flour. See, none of this stuff is all that fancy. This is swerve. It's powdered swerve. You can get it at Big Bear or, not Big Bear, oh Lord, quit telling my age. Piggly Wiggly, and I try to support our local people. And I have noticed Walmart does have it. Nope, not quite ready, but it looks good lately. Now he says this recipe is from ketoconnect.net, and there's a pinch of salt in that. He tells you to put about 25 drops of liquid stevia. I don't do that. I put a little bit of powdered or liquid monk fruit. It doesn't matter. And he wants a tiny bit of vanilla extract, and we're talking a quarter of a teaspoon. I'm kind of a vanilla freak, so I actually put a little bit more. I put about a half. And so this is going to get loud again because I am now going to put it in my mixer and make a mess. Alrighty, let me check this while that's mixing. John, you want to come over here and give this a try?
I sure do.
Okay, this, I'm hoping I'm getting that right, is a chocolate waffle. Take a bite. Tell us what you think.
Very hot, very chocolatey.
Very hot, very hot. It's not crispy, guys. It's not like a crisp hot waffle. It's too hot for his little wimpy fingers.
Very good.
Not bad. Probably could have stayed in the waffle maker a little longer, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I think if you decide to cook this, you'll get to where you want to be with it.
Now let me scrape this up a little bit. And while we're talking, this is now ready. All I have to do is add my Lily's chocolate chips. They may carry something like this at Walmart. And so I just have, what is it, 1/4 cup. And I'm going to throw it, well, I'm actually just going to mix it in by hand. And now I've already, while just talking to you, made edible chocolate chip cookie dough. And you just eat small amounts of this. This is not, it's like a fat bomb. It's like a little treat. At the end of your meal and you want a little sweet nibble. And Melissa's probably not on here tonight because she's probably working tonight because I tried to message her. So I have a feeling she's working. Melissa has changed her job and now works in Jackson, and she's kind of doing a run of nights before clinicals start again. And so those of you that don't know, Melissa and I are both in nurse practitioner school. I want you all to say a prayer for me. I'm getting ready to start my last quarter of nurse practitioner school. Don't have a job yet, so guys, pray that I get a good job offer.
That will come.
That will come. I'm praying for that. But I'm going to give Johnny another little spoonful and let him taste it. And then he can tell me what he thinks. And I will show you what it looks like.
Yeah. Excellent.
And this just looks like this. It's just like a little ball. And so I let it get a little bit chilled.
Yeah, tastes just like cookie dough, and you got those chocolate chip crunches in it. It's just like the real thing. Only a lot lower in carbohydrates.
Yes. Not carbohydrate free, guys.
Yeah.
This is not an excuse to eat the whole bowl. But it is a good treat to take that sweet craving.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Art's here, but Art has a big sweet tooth. So Art, if you're watching or watching on the replay, this baby is for you.
Yeah.
Because Art likes a good cheesecake. And so that's what it tastes like. Tastes like really cheesecake.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip cookie cheesecake.
Yeah, you get that in the freezer or the
refrigerator
for a few minutes, and it's
and it gets firm.
Yeah, gets firm.
And then I scoop it, you put that cookie scoop and into little cupcake papers, the small ones, and then I put it in a container in the refrigerator, and then I pack it in our lunches. Okay, now I have done that. I've made the chocolate, and this is almost ready. I'm going to try one more thing, guys, and I didn't even tell John I was going to do this. You're going to hear around the internet, or already have, something called chaffles. Chaffles are cheese waffles. Do we have some shredded cheese in here, dear? Yes, we've got to. We have a cheese drawer.
Yes, we always stay stocked up on cheese.
Except I can't find it. That's not it. No, our cheese is not here.
And this video will be available later on, so for people, if you run into somebody who wasn't able to make it for the video, that'll be stored on our website. So, and when we get YouTube up, of course, all these, we'll try to make a lot of our videos available there as well.
So they're in one place.
So they're in one place.
A chaffle is cheese and egg waffle. So I thought I had shredded cheese. I do. I can't find it. So I'm going to shred. We'll just make a little bit of one. For 2 waffles, it takes a half a cup of cheese and 1 egg. And it makes 2 mini waffles. And there's just tons of YouTube videos now about this out there. And there's even coming up with all kinds of variations. So, you know, we must not let our little waffle iron go to waste. So I'm going to whisk up my egg. And they want you to put a half an egg in the waffle iron. So you're going to put some cheese in the bottom. So you're going to put a couple tablespoons of cheese in the bottom, and boy is this hot. And then you're going to pour about half the egg over your waffle. And I didn't use any oil, folks, so who knows if it's going to. And then you're going to pour the other half of your cheese over this. And there you go. So that will be a chaffle. Oh, and you know, and this one, as it firms up, as it cools, it gets firmer and a little crisper, by the way. That's delicious as a waffle. Now, here is my batter. As you can see, it is ready to start. Now, this is probably hot enough. Again, I have never used this piece of equipment. So, we'll see how this works. It's going to take a half a cup, so I'm going to use my quarter cup twice, or unless that's, here's my half cup measure. I try to be neat about this stuff, but there's just no way that I'm neat when I cook. So I'm going to, I guess, pour it in here, put the lid down, and it says about 3 to 5 minutes, it should be ready. Now, while that's cooking, it's stuck a little, but it looks pretty good. I need to wait just a few more seconds. I should have oiled that better. Okay, so here in the griddle, I'm going to add my waffle. Now, these are not sweet, so you can make the whole batch up at once, freeze them, put them in the toaster, or chill them and make grilled cheese sandwiches, a bacon, egg, and tomato sandwich, anything like that will be good. And here is my chaffle. And considering this is the first one I've ever made and made it on the fly, it doesn't look too bad. Now it's really hot and it's going to need to cool. And while it's stuck a little, it's not too bad.
So you could probably use different cheeses with this if you want to.
I was going to use mozzarella, but I couldn't find my mozzarella. I may have used it all. So therefore, I used some cheddar. And you can tell my thing is quite hot. So I'm going to put and I didn't time that, but I'm going to put a quarter cup of batter in this. And this is supposed to take 2 to 3 minutes. That one's supposed to take closer to 5. This is how I check to see if they're done. I open it and look. It's not. The only thing, negative I could say about these little dashes, and I absolutely love them, is the top does not get as hot as the bottom plate. So sometimes I turn them. I'll flip them over. Okay, John, you want to come taste this chaffle over here?
I was hoping you would ask.
So this is just cheese and egg. It's very hot, but it's a little crispy.
I could see this for breakfast.
Yeah. This is like, now these you could make sweet. You could add some Swerve. You could add some Splenda drops or some monk fruit drops or some pure.
Oh, yeah.
Liking this one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is really good.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it tastes like, but it doesn't taste like French toast. But it's definitely like a cheesy egg, and you could almost put between two and put like a slice of tomato or some things and make like an omelet, like a waffle omelet.
Yeah, the cheese is kind of brown, and you can really taste the cheese part because you used some sharp cheddar, I think, with this.
I did.
And,
sharp cheddar.
And you can that really goes well with the egg.
Thanks, Angel. Angel said putting it to YouTube is easy. She'll help you if you want. He's trying to set up a channel. It's under Common Sense Keto, of course.
And we'll get those links set up, and we'll get that set up for you guys as soon as we get that up and running for you.
And this one's still cooking. I'm sorry, guys. It's taken me a little longer. As you can see, this is coming along. John, you want to flip your camera so they can see it, how this one's cooking? It's not ready yet, but it's doing really pretty good. And this, according to the website that I got this waffle recipe from, is that you can keep this in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. And what I found is I've done it, and then I put a pinch of baking, like a little quarter teaspoon extra baking soda, or baking powder, excuse me, in it. And it gives it more rise than later. So if you only want 1 or 2 and want to eat them fresh and hot, just put them in the refrigerator. Or you could go ahead and make several at once and then refrigerate or freeze them. Thank you, Angel. Angel thought I looked cute. I appreciate that. These chocolate ones are really good. Now, while these are cooking, I'm going to show you a couple things that I use. I don't ever want anybody to buy something because I use it. And I don't want people to spend money they don't have. But I do like chocolate syrup. So this is Choc Zero chocolate syrup. Fantastic. And this is the maple vanilla syrup. Have not tried that one yet. And this one, which we have used, as you can see, most all the caramel. And we use that a lot. So those would go good on a sweet waffle. And this I want really brown. Oh my, folks. Here, let me turn this around towards John. I have made a waffle bowl. Don't know how to get it off, but hey, folks, you know. And
yeah, there we go.
Goes.
There it goes.
Let me get a dish or something for this. Here, I'll get a glass container here for this. There you are, folks. This is a waffle bowl. Now, it is not sweet. If you wanted to make it sweet, you could put your Swerve in it. And your keto ice cream will work in this. There is a recipe I have not tried that actually is for an ice cream waffle bowl. I will post that link too. We're going to try that at some point. Let me pull this one. Okay, John. Are you ready to try another one?
Absolutely.
Here you go. Here is the waffle. I think these are stupid good. They taste to me a lot like Eggos. I've got butter over there if you want butter. Here's the one I put in the griddle. It doesn't get as dark, but it's still good. They are like
Eggos.
They taste just like an Eggo.
Yeah.
Just like an Eggo.
Yeah. So good.
And I know they call them a bread, but for me, it's really a good waffle.
And
Let me get some butter and put some butter on here. Now you can pour syrup, or again, because there is nothing sweet in these. Here, can you pull that cord? You can even drop the. There you go. I'm buttering his Eggo for him. And when Sarah's here was making them, we were eating them as fast as they were coming out of the waffle iron.
And again, you could put bacon on these, or sausage, or an egg.
You could make a grilled cheese sandwich with them too. Which I think, you know, like sometimes people miss some of those familiar things like a grilled cheese. And these are not really crisp, but I think if you put them in the toaster, they don't last long enough in our house to make it to the toaster, to be honest.
They go away pretty quick.
They go pretty quick. I have to say I love them. I don't think I've ever put syrup on them either.
They're good enough to stand alone. You don't really need much with them.
Now, they go good with dinner.
And you can freeze these.
You can freeze them. Lay them out flat on a tray, freeze them, put them in a Ziploc bag, throw them in the toaster, put them in the oven, and you have a waffle. You can have them for breakfast. You can have them alongside your dinner. They're good with bacon and eggs even. But they were made to go for a sandwich. Has anybody got any questions for us? Or any suggestions? Anything else I should cook? Lord knows, I do like to cook. I have made
and she's got everything here ready to go.
Yeah. This is a must try for everybody. The little chocolate, the chocolate waffle. Hey, so, Priscilla.
And so the ingredients you can get locally.
You know, there is really, yes, everything you can get for like the cookie dough, you can get that at Walmart. You can get everything for the waffle at Walmart except for the waffle iron. And the chocolate, I think you can get everything at Walmart. Really, if you want, except for maybe the Lily's. Now, Lily's they may have a different looking bag. They may have Lily's there. And why Lily's doesn't have sugar in it, and it doesn't have a lot of carbs in it. So I like Lily's. So so you got your little fat bomb, you got your chaffle, your cheese waffle. You got a regular waffle. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I'm going to do?
And the waffle cone, too.
And the waffle cup. Now, that bowl is awful big.
Yeah.
But those that have been over to our house know that John makes killer
Keto ice cream.
Ice cream. Here is...
This particular brand is...
Or flavor, I mean.
Flavor is strawberry. So...
it's a little firmer, and John has this down to a science. So what he's going to do, actually, I think I'll leave it there while you dump some. He's going to dump some ice cream right into it.
The ice cream is made with heavy whipping cream, almond milk. Put a little more in there.
Yep. He uses a couple of extra things to make it a little bit more
firmer
or softer.
Softer. Yeah. Generally, I use a combination. I don't use just Swerve in this ice cream. If you use just Swerve, when it freezes, it'll get hard as concrete. So you can get another sweetener called xylitol. And xylitol works good for ice cream. In some people, it can cause some GI side effects.
Me. So that's why he doesn't do the whole thing with xylitol.
So what we do is we kind of mix... almost half and half of Swerve and xylitol. That tends to get to this consistency for us without causing the GI side effects. Some people can eat it fine and not have a problem. But there you go. You have your own waffle cone with ice cream. And
so if you're really missing some of the old things, find new things to substitute it. John has said to you all many times that you can find substitutions for things you miss. And sometimes it's retraining your palate. Heather, whom I was out with today, has a big sweet tooth, and she's having to retrain her palate to want other things other than non-keto sweets. And she finds that she doesn't feel as good when she doesn't eat keto.
Yeah, I think the longer people can get into ketosis and stay there, over time your insulin levels can go down, and you may not have as many carb cravings or sweet cravings.
Yes, and you've got to stay there long enough to get rid of that.
Yeah, so you got to get through that period of time for your metabolism to adjust.
Does this waffle look good? And this is a little crisper. You have to have the guts to leave it in the waffle iron long enough. That's one of the, excuse me, I unplugged my waffle irons. That's one of the tricks, is to have the guts to not take them out too soon. You want to put the lid on that?
Yeah,
and
you don't want that to melt.
I want to talk to you about something else. I talked to a lot of you all privately, you know, meet out, maybe just on the boards. But sometimes you're going to run into people who don't understand your journey. They don't understand you wanting to get back to health, or how you are going to get back to health. They may not understand your job change. They may not understand your schooling, like myself. I've had people make comments about my age. Am I going back to school? And was I going to live long enough to make the money back? Nobody's business. I've had people make comments to me about my keto lifestyle. And almost be kind of, they supposedly are joking and teasing, but it's very sarcastic and it's very mean. And Melissa has experienced the same thing. She'll tell you. She's had people pick at her over her changes, and been very mean to her, actually.
And you may get this from family members or close friends.
You may, yeah. It may be people you trust the most, could be the ones that are the most judgmental of you. But it's okay. Just remember, it's your journey to health. It's your journey to wherever you're going. For me, it's to make a difference in your life. That's what going back to school meant and becoming a nurse practitioner, is that I wanted to help all these people that sit out here. You know, you may not ever be my patients, but I want to do this to help people like you all. I do this keto not only to improve my life and my health, but to improve other people's lives. And yes, I've had my feelings hurt a lot over this by some people that I've liked, loved, and trusted. But I've had to learn to let that go and pray for them, and that maybe someday, by my example, they will see what I'm doing is for the greater good. You know, it could be people you work with. They don't always understand what you're doing, but they also don't understand how bad you feel inside and why you're trying to make yourself be better. It's really no one's business but yours why you're doing this journey, and it's your journey. So, like myself and John, who, you know, people don't always understand it, and it could be other medical people. It could be a lot of people. It could be family. You just keep doing it, and you keep praying that God shows you the right way. And that's what we try to do, is our prayer, is that God, show us your way. Show us what you want to do. Jesus fell 3 times with his cross and got back up. I'm not even close to him, but I'm going to keep trying. And I pray for you all too, but I think this is a good journey, and I hope you guys stay on it with me. I want you to be healthy.
Yeah, you have a whole group here who wants to be supportive, and you know, if you get anything out of this group that benefits you, then it's well worth it.
Right.
And feel free to send us some comments and feedback as well. You know, we're very open to advice. Those of you who see me in the office, you know, I'm always available there as well. And again, Tammy is absolutely right about this. You know, it's You may get some adverse feedback, but the journey is well worthwhile, and you'll be rewarded in the end.
You know, I those that know how bad my health was and how the sick years that I had, this year, and some of you don't know, I have a autoimmune disease. And while the lungs were better, the skin was not. And the skin has been bad for about 5 years with itching, and I have a skin condition, and it was bad. And finally, after 18 months on keto, one day I realized I don't have itching anymore on my legs where I had a rash across my legs. So yes, you can make fun of me, you can tease me, you can talk about me behind my back. I don't really care, but I'm healthy. Where are you at? And that's where you have to be able to say to people, I'm getting healthy. How about you? But message us. We really do care about you all. We really want the best for you. Yeah, yes, I have an affiliate link, and I'm sure people are going to give me stuff about that. But it'll help me fund a little bit of buying all these foods to cook for you.
Because we're just getting started.
We're just getting started, but we want suggestions. I know Monica, my friend Monica, had suggested maybe to like do a cook-along. So some point, if you guys want, and you guys got to tell me what you want, that doesn't take a lot of fancy equipment, so you guys don't have to buy it. Tell me what you want. I'll find a recipe, and we can cook it together. Maybe it's a Sunday afternoon. It might be better than a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But maybe we can cook together and do it live. It'll be fun. I want to keep this interesting for you. I want you guys here. If you fall, get back up. No judgment. I might judge you, but that's okay because I love you. But you can do it. I can. John can. We're gonna do it. Thank you, Monica. It is Pioneer Woman. Love you guys. Take care and stay keto.